Lilia is often giving Malleus advice. After Malleus is not invited to the school's opening ceremonies, Lilia assures him that it was not malicious, saying, "You have grown into a fine future ruler of Briar Valley. However, as young as you are, you still have much to learn." Malleus says he knows, as he came to the school to broaden his knowledge, but Lilia says that Malleus should know better, as he did not have to leave Briar Valley if it was only knowledge that he sought. Lilia defends Malleus to the other house wardens when they become frustrated with how he never attends house warden meetings and pretends to cry, but no one is convinced. Idia comments that Malleus's poor time management makes him worry about the future of Briar Valley, driving Lilia to promise that Malleus will attend the next meeting out of concern that Malleus could lose face. Malleus apologizes for Lilia having to navigate the situation on his behalf and explains that, as his phone had broken, he waited for 2 hours in the lecture hall, instead. Lilia emphasizes the importance of having a cell phone for communication and becomes annoyed with Malleus's insistence that he did not do anything to his phone, as he actually cast such an intense washing spell that he broke its screen. Lilia insists that Malleus must adjust to human culture, offering up his phone for use in a step-by-step lesson on how to use it. When Lilia receives a notification of a photo posted by column of all the house wardens together, minus Malleus, who did not attend the meeting, Malleus crushes his phone on accident, irritating Lilia, who says, "If you break a phone every time you get mad, then no amount of tutoring can help you." Malleus says that his inability to attend meetings and events is not his fault, but Lilia argues otherwise, saying that he bears his fair share of the responsibility for refusing to compromise. Lilia expresses exasperation at the fact that Malleus has been away from Briar Valley for 3 years but does not seem to have changed in the slightest, saying, "As the heir to Briar Valley and the leader of Diasomnia Dorm, you ought to put more thought into your conduct," and storming out. Malleus is bothered by having angered Lilia to such a degree and decides to solve the problem on his own, summoning the house wardens to Diasomnia for the appointed meeting time without receiving their consent, which does not go well. Afterwards, Lilia finds the situation hilarious. He had been out buying a new phone at the time, and praises Malleus for putting together such a plan on his own. Lilia asks if his remarks truly bothered Malleus to such a degree, and Malleus responds, "Did you think I would be unbothered after making you so angry?" When Vil returns from the island of Woe, it is Lilia who reaches out to Malleus about granting him with the gift of his youth restored, saying that Briar Valley would not have been spared if Idia had succeeded in releasing the phantoms from Tartarus and, as heir apparent, he might consider it fitting to reward the group for their travails. When Malleus is baffled by the actions of the Magicam monsters during Halloween, Lilia explains, "It's never good to be a nuisance to others, but the fault doesn't lie with whatever it is that people value. The trouble is that what we value differs from what the Magicam monsters value." Malleus seems to take this advice to heart, incorporating it into his request to visitors that they abide by campus rules. After learning about the Magicam challenge of getting a picture touching him, Malleus declares that they must prioritize thrills over their own lives. Lilia enlists Silver in evacuating the visitors out of the area for their own safety, physically restraining Malleus and saying, "I have a little saying for times like these, anger begets danger." It is Lilia who selects and teaches everyone the song that is performed during the glorious masquerade social at Noble Bell College, to Rollo's surprise, and Malleus explains that it deeply resonated with him. While largely about hope, Malleus explains that the lyrics are also about the courage needed to dive into the unknown, such as the courage it took him to enroll at NRC. Malleus explains that the song's singer didn't just stick with his teacher, but went out into the world where he gained many dear friends. While not confirmed, it does not seem impossible that Lilia selected the song with Malleus in mind. Other advice we see Lilia give to Malleus is pretending to be along during the Halloween event, to do as the school kids do, and to not zone out. He also reminds Malleus about Vargas Camp, which he nearly misses due to reading through the camp overview and losing track of time. Riddle demands an explanation for the drama of Spectral soiree, saying that Malleus defied all logic when he kidnapped the majority of the school's student body and forced the survivors to solve an escape room they did not know they were a part of, but Lilia reveals that Malleus went to him first and foremost with the idea, and Lilia approved of it.